I had warned her in every way I knew how. Again and again, I told her that her choices were steering us toward disaster. I told her the lies she stacked one on top of another couldn't hold forever. But she never listened. She only laughed, brushed me aside, and walked out the door as if nothing I said mattered, like I was just background noise interrupting her fun. I watched her leave, my chest heavy, but beneath the ache was something else, something sharper, resolve. She had always believed I'd forgive, that I'd wait, that no matter what she did, I'd never walk away. And for years I tried. I clung to our history, our memories, the promises whispered in better times. But I had limits, and that night I reached them. As the door clicked shut behind her, I sat at the kitchen table and opened my laptop. No rush, no panic. Just steady, deliberate movement. Divorce papers. Everything in place. Every form completed. Every signature where it belonged. I had prepared in silence for weeks, knowing one more betrayal would be the breaking point. Tonight was that point. The house was still, too still. The hum of the refrigerator, the creak of the floor, the faint murmur of cars outside. It all felt like the world was holding its breath, waiting. And for the first time in years, I felt free. Hours passed. I didn't check my phone. I didn't wonder where she was. I focused on myself, on the new life I was taking back piece by piece. Then I heard it, the key turning in the lock. My pulse jumped. She was home. Her laughter filled the hallway, a sound that used to bring me joy but now rang hollow. She tossed her bag down and leaned casually against the wall, completely unaware of what she was walking into. When our eyes met, she froze. At first I thought she was just tired, but then I saw it. The flicker of unease she tried to hide behind a shaky smile. "What are you doing?" she asked, her voice too casual, too thin. I didn't answer. I only gestured to the screen. She stepped closer, looked over my shoulder and saw it. The completed divorce papers staring back at her. Her smile collapsed. Her eyes widened. She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came. She stumbled backward, shock written across her face, fear lurking behind it, and maybe, just maybe, a shadow of regret. You were serious," she whispered. I nodded, calm and steady. No malice, no rage, only the quiet certainty of a man who'd been pushed too far for too long. She sank into a chair, staring at the papers as though they were foreign, impossible to understand. Her lips moved, but no explanation came. And that was the truth. It wasn't about words anymore. It was about choices, consequences, and the cost of ignoring every warning. I let the silence stretch. She tried to argue, to bargain, to twist the moment into her favorite way she always had. But I was unmoved. I was done being manipulated. I was done pretending. Eventually, she snatched the papers up, crumpling them in her hands like tearing them could undo reality. But it couldn't. Her shoulders sagged, her fight draining away as she realized too late that the battle was already lost. I didn't gloat. I didn't lecture. I only watched, feeling the strange mixture of sadness and relief that comes when you close a chapter for good. She left that night. I didn't follow. I didn't call. I didn't beg, because I had already won the most important battle. I had taken my life back. The house was mine again. Quiet, but no longer weighed down by lies. For the first time in years, I breathed freely. Weeks later, I signed the final documents. She didn't fight it. She couldn't. And by then, I no longer cared. I had moved on, heart and mind already elsewhere. That night, as she stood stunned before the papers, I realized something important. Sometimes the strongest kind of love is the love you give yourself. And sometimes silence, backed by action, speaks louder than every warning you could ever give. Her shock wasn't just about the divorce. It was about consequences, about finally learning that some doors, once closed, never open again. And as I sat in my house, free at last, I smiled. Not out of spite, not out of revenge, but with relief, with clarity, and with the unshakable knowledge that choosing myself was the most powerful choice of all.